I look like I belong on a Fanta bottle today.
You kind of do. Like, bitch, you make me wanna Fanta. You're just
I'm like, it's hot here and our air is not reliable, so I can't be in a sweatshirt.
but your shoulders are like you're giving. You've got
Yeah.
this.
Okay. I didn't notice until I got on camera. When I sit down, the way this is like, it's just,
I wasn't gonna say anything because I didn't want to objectify you.
I looked like I, I look like I have like oranges.
Bitch, I'm gonna tell you
It
right now,
is,
Tropicana is shaking. I
it is
wasn't
what
gonna
it
say
is.
anything. I wasn't gonna say anything because I didn't want to objectify your body. But holy
Should
shit,
I
that top.
cover it up with a pillow?
No,
Am I gonna get eaten alive on the internet?
no, you paid for those. Let them know. Haters gonna hate. I'm sorry.
I sat down before. I almost didn't have like my little nipple covers on.
No, you're gonna need
It was not,
those.
yeah. So I was like, okay, there might be kids watching.
It says explicit content, so that's you, the parent. That's your fault. Um, yeah, I mean, when you first sat down, I was like, I felt like somebody was staring at me.
Titties.
Like,
I gotta
I was like, Gina, my eyes are up here.
I need my I love titties hat. I gotta
Oh God.
I realize that needs context.
Uh,
So
yeah.
next weekend for 4th of July on Friday, Bree and I are hosting a white trash bash at her house. So I'm being Joe Dirt. So I have the mullet and I have his hat that says I love titties and beer and like a cutoff.
Sounds fun.
But some people aren't doing white trash. Like Connor got a powder wig, like George Washington style powder wig, sitch. So he's not really going white trash. He's going more like American history, for sure.
I'm struggling to find the correlation between white trash and George Washington.
There isn't one. I think that was what he felt like doing.
Oh, so he's
Yeah.
trying to make a point saying, I will do what I want to do. You can't tell me nothing.
I think he's kind of like, okay, if I show up to Breeze just as myself, that works as white trash. And then he's like, okay, I need to have an actual costume.
I
So
got to
he
make it
went
more
powder wig.
sophisticated. So I'm going to go
Yeah.
George Washington. Nothing screams anti-white trash like George Washington, American history. Put that in the
Exactly.
fucking Smithsonian, bitch.
Yeah, yeah. So, so I'm gonna be wearing a titties and beer hat, and Connor's gonna be in a powdered wig.
And Connor's going to be 7 years ago. Like, what are we saying?
Yeah, it'll be fun. So anyway,
I feel like that's almost an antithesis of our country right now.
I agree. But here we
Insane.
are.
P.S. I was listening back to our and I Need Your Opinions about the dog last week. I made Mobi sound like this Cujo. By the way, he is not. Mobi is a very sweet, docile dog. He is not an aggressive dog. I want to put that
Was
on
Joey
record real
like,
quick.
hello?
A little. He was like, why did you make Mobi out like that? And I was like, oh my God, I kind of did. Like, no, Mobi is not like that. He is so super
He's
sweet.
very
He's so
sweet.
calm. Like, he's always sleeping. Murphy has way more energy than he does. It was just, he was a lot of new in the very beginning, and I'm obviously the favorite. And so I understand why
Yeah.
you would be upset if I wasn't around you all the time.
Moby really just likes his space. Like when he was here and he'd be curled up next to me, he wouldn't even let Hutch come near me. He's like, no, I'm comfy. This is my spot. You youngster, you get away. I
Yeah.
think that's all it is. No, Moby's so sweet. I love Moby. And you
Yeah.
guys, he's so fucking cute.
He's so
He's
cute.
like one of those
He's so
dogs
cute.
that just like, I'm really not a small dog person at all. I'm just like, but Moby, I love. And I just want to curl up with him and sleep with him. I
He's
do love
so
him. He's a
fluffy.
good dog.
He is a good
Just a
dog, and
little
he gives me,
Yeah.
I always look at him, I'm like, you look like a little Ewok from Star Wars.
He does
just
look
looks
like
an
an
Ewok.
Ewok.
I'm like, a little squishy, my little teddy bear. I love him.
I know, and
So,
he's
yes.
got because he's short haired, his little belly. He still has like a puppy belly.
He does have a little puppy
He
belly.
does, he's got like a puppy belly.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Joey. We didn't mean to offend. We do love Moby.
I don't know if we
He's so good.
offended, but sweet little Mobin head. He's cute. I love him. So anyway, not an aggressive dog.
Yeah, we got some interesting responses on TikTok. By the way, okay, I have to tell you. One of my favorite things to do, like when I'm doom scrolling, isn't just watching a TikTok video, but like, do you ever dive deep into comments? Like, people are so
Yes.
fucking hysterical.
Yes, the comments are the best part when it's funny. Like,
Oh
that's
my
where I troll
God.
people the most is on comments. I can be an internet troll too.
CJ, I have to paint this picture for you. This morning, I literally wrote this down this morning because I was like, I have to talk about this because I was cackling at this one comment. So, do you know how they X-ray babies?
Like in the womb or just
No,
like
no, when it's a baby, like they put them in essentially the cylinder. Like look it up right now so you know what I'm talking about. And I will put a picture on the screen. Look up how a baby gets X-rayed. It's actually really sad. They
how
like
to X-ray
squish
a baby.
They like take their bodies, put their hands above their head, and squish them.
What?
Did you know that? They're like this and like a little.
Oh my God, everybody
sliver.
stop what you're doing right now. Put us on pause. Open up your Safari and I want you to search how to X-ray a baby. It's what baby's face.
So you have the picture, okay? So this woman was videotaping her child getting a chest X-ray, and he's like, a baby.
This is one picture of this one kid that just got his little fat baby arm squished against the side of his head, and he's like,
That help.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna crack a rib. So
Okay, keep going.
the mom is taking a video of her like baby getting a chest X-ray, and she's like, "Is there really no better way to X-ray a baby?" And the first comment, CJ.
I can only imagine. Oh my
First
God.
comment, okay, what someone said.
Hold on, wait. Okay, wait. I can't breathe. Okay, wait, I'm not ready. Okay, wait, hold up, breathe, compose
Wait till I
ourselves.
tell you.
Okay.
Okay, the comment said, "That's not an X-ray. That's how they get the baby from one end of the hospital to another." Like at the bank.
The little vacuum tubes.
I can't breathe.
I can't. I imagine this picture of this same baby. You have to use the picture of this baby. The same baby.
Oh, isn't that? I literally cackled. I cackled out loud. Like,
That's the picture. I can't breathe. I'm so hot.
was that
I'm
not like
crying.
as if the video wasn't funny enough? This person needs to be hired at a comedy club.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. And then another one I saw.
I had no
oh my
idea.
God, just had me rolling. You know those like nature roller coasters? They're not like fast, but people are on like a trail through nature and it's like a one.
Oh yeah, you're like
cart.
wee.
Yeah. So this person's on this nature roller coaster, okay? And there's a bunch of bears lined up on the side. Like, first of all, I'd be freaking the fuck out. And that roller coaster was not going quick. Okay. It was not speeding past these
You
bears.
ain't outrunning the bear.
You are not outrunning the bear. And the comment was, "This is the wildlife version of the sushi conveyor belt."
I'll take the blue plate, please.
And the person in the video wasn't even freaking out. I would be like, "Does anyone see this?
Faster,
There's bears."
faster. How do I row this thing faster?
I would be like swimming. Trying to get it to
You
go
know, when you're like
faster.
rocking in something to try to get it to go faster. Scooching. I can't breathe. I'm so hot.
That's literally what I would be doing. Oh gosh, people in TikTok comments. This morning it was literally 4:30 in the morning, and I am crying laughing.
The comments are like, people are comedians, man.
People are so funny.
Even
To
on
a
some
point
serious
sometimes-
posts, I'll read comments and I will I will have to put it down. People are fucking funny. People are funny.
I know. People are literally so funny. And I'm just like, God, why didn't I think of that?
That's how they get the babies run.
Oh my God.
I had no idea that's how they did it. I'm dead.
You didn't?
So funny. No. Why would I know that?
I know. Well, it's similar. I mean, honestly, it's kind of like how they do mammograms. You know?
That's fair, yeah.
Just squish them.
Picture of that baby. Just looks so confused.
I know, it's so funny. It's like, what am I doing in here?
Looking like a check deposit. I can't.
It reminds me of in Willy Wonka when Augustus gets sucked up into the chocolate thing and he's like stuck.
I'm stuck.
Oh my gosh. I feel bad for the people that are like listening in their cars and we're just nonstop laughing. But I feel like on YouTube it's probably an enjoyable watch.
Pull over and like I will put a link in the show notes. Go to the show notes. I will put a link to these photos. Go to the show notes right now.
Or moms, send pictures of your babies in x-rays.
Put it in the comments. This is obviously going to be a post on TikTok or stories. Put it in. I want to see them. Yeah. Let's go. Put them in the comments.
We want to see your babies in x-ray tubes.
Please. Not your mammograms, your babies. That shit's funny.
That is fucking funny. Did you see how my cake turned out for Erica's birthday?
The heart one. I did. Mm-hmm. It looked really cute. I didn't realize it was going to be so beachy. A little starfish.
Yeah, well, we did her birthday out at the Vinoy in St. Pete, which is like right on the water. So yeah, it looked so cute. Everyone was like, oh my God, this is so good. I was like, thank you. I know I actually woke up at 6 a.m. the day before because I hated the first design and I undid the whole cake and redid it.
You redid the entire cake at 6 a.m.?
Not like baked it, but I redid the design because I did the first design. And it was my first attempt at piping like that. It was getting late the night before and I think I just got tired and irritated and I started getting sloppy. And then all night, I was up all night thinking about it. So I redid it.
You know, I appreciate the attention to detail and the need to want to perfect your craft. I think that's important.
Yeah. I'm not a perfectionist. I'm like, whatever, it's fine. But for some reason with cakes, like I can't, like I literally will lose sleep.
And that's how you make money, giving a shit that much.
I don't want to do that for money, but I don't want to do that for money. It's too much work. And honestly, I have to redo things too much and it would stress me out. And I think I would hate it. I would not enjoy it anymore. You know? Yeah. What did you do this weekend?
I'm trying to think, did I even do anything Friday night? We did something Friday night. What the fuck did we do?
Didn't you have a friend over? You were supposed to make her Dunkaroos and you said you didn't love her enough to do that.
That's not what I said. Claire, you know that's not what I said. Yeah, no, Clara came over. We played games, showed her the Switch like I wanted to. Like we just kept it really, really chill. And then another one of Joey's best friends, Asia, ended up coming over. She had a concert across the street at the El Rey Theater where I live. Mm-hmm. She ended up coming over and playing games with us for a little bit because I love both of his friends. They're so cool. They're such cool people. So we hung out with them a little on Friday and then was in bed before midnight. And then all day Saturday, I played video games all day. That's just what I wanted to do. I just wanted to sit there and just chill. So I did. I played Assassin's Creed for a healthy amount of time. Yeah.
Sounds like a good like recharge. You know what I mean?
It was. Yeah. Because girl, it's been a long week. It has been a long week.
I need a weekend without shit to do. We had dads and it's all good things. You know, when you have a lot of plans and it's plans with people you love, like it's all good stuff, but it feels like a lot. That's how we've been the last few weeks. We had dad's birthday, Erica's birthday last week. I've got Baylor's baby shower tomorrow. It's just like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to stop having plans. I love that you guys love me so much that you want to invite me everywhere. And I am flattered. But like, stop inviting me places for like a little bit, but only a little bit because then I get sad that I don't get invited. I need Connor's brain with all that. He's like, I don't care if I get invited or not. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, yeah, sure. I would love to be invited. If, I have the capacity, I would love to go. I'm not upset when I don't get invited places, but then sometimes I am upset when I don't get invited places. So I'm like, oh, I would love to have come to that.
Right. It depends on the people, when it's like people that you normally hang out with and they don't invite you. It's like,
yeah, I also am like somebody who often sometimes doesn't put themselves out there all the time. I'm very, I get in my rhythm and my ADHD makes it really just hard to constantly be reaching out to other people. So I have to cognitively make sure that I do that because it's very hard for my brain to sort of absorb that behavior in terms of like, you gotta you got to water your plants for them to grow, right?
Yeah.
And so I have to remind myself, especially with close friends, like you can reach out to them and make plans too, you know. So I have to tell myself to do that.
Oh, how self-aware of you.
Yeah, thanks.
That's good of you. Whereas I'm like, I say no all the time. And then when they stop asking me, I'm like, why didn't you invite me? It's probably because I fucking say no all the time. Self-awareness is good.
Yeah. A lot of more people could use more self-awareness. Like when you're sitting in traffic and you're not using a fucking turn signal and you have to remember there are other people behind you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Our neighborhood is repaving, which great. Thank you so much. But they're shutting down obviously one entire lane, keeping one open. And if you get stuck at the wrong time, it took me, they didn't give me the slow sign for like 25 minutes. The Amazon lady was getting out of her truck and screaming at the construction workers. She was like, I have my deliveries. She was fun. But honestly, I don't blame her. It was like 15 minutes. She's got a route. She wants to get home to her kids.
Hello, kids. Do you know how Amazon pays their people? Ever heard of time off task? Like Amazon has very strict, like operational employment guidelines.
Pissed. She was pissed. And she started, the construction man tried at first. Oh my God. Because I rolled my window down. She came up to my window. She was like, do you know what's going on? I was like, they're repaving. Like I got stuck here yesterday. And she did not look like she was bilingual. And the construction worker tried to pretend like he's like, oh, I don't speak English. She just started fucking beating into him in Spanish. She was like, okay, I'll switch tones. And about 2 minutes later, we got the go sign. Oh, let's get into the happening. So do you know who JoJo Siwa is?
Yes, I know who JoJo Siwa is.
I feel like everyone knows
Our
who
whole
she
community
is.
knows who JoJo Siwa is.
Why did you say it like that?
I said it that way because some people in our community are very frustrated with them.
Currently? Or just of all time?
I think both. I think it's probably been within the last like year or two because of just their behavior. Now they've been, what TV show are they on?
She was on, is she they? Is she?
I don't recall. And when I do not know, I always refer to them as them.
Okay. I'm pretty sure she is she.
Is that they had been canoodling in bed on some reality show with some man.
Yeah, she was on Big Brother.
Correct.
Yes.
And
went into it with a female
ruckus.
Partner. Yes. Okay. So we're on the same page. So you kind of know what's going on. So did you hear that she recently said, I think it was in an interview. Yeah, it was Daily Mail, that she felt pressured by the LGBT community to be a lesbian, even though she decided when she was like 17 that she was pansexual. So have you seen this?
I recently saw something where there was a quote of her saying that.
I have the exact quote. I think the exact quote is important because people are only quoting her being like, oh, the LGBT community pressured me into saying I was a lesbian, which is like literally a small part of the quote. So I want to say the whole quote.
Read the quote.
For the class.
Read the whole damn quote,
Okay.
and then I will react.
It said, when I came out at 17, I said I'm pansexual because I don't care about gender. But then I kind of boxed myself in and said I'm a lesbian. And I think I did that because of pressure, end quote.
I think that could be coming from a lot of different places. I do understand trying to find your coming out journey, understanding that there are things may feel different. You're a part of something, especially at 17. I remember feeling something about me was different. I came out as bisexual before I came out as gay. That didn't last very long, but it was a way of me going through, how am I feeling? What is this? Honestly, reacting to how I thought others would react or would start to perceive me because I'm now different. And so I understand I came out as this, I'm not sure, but maybe I'm this. I understand the word pressure and where she's coming from a few different places. And one, I will say pressure from the community. For example, I know a lot of gay men that hear when another man comes out as bisexual, they're like, that's very common for gay people to be like, are you really? Very, very common.
Why? Like, why do they come out as bisexual first? Just because is it just to
I think for me it was a safety. Maybe it's a safety thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're not bisexual. I don't want to put that out there. What I'm saying is that it is often people identify as something before they come out because they're just concerned about the pressures of society, the stigmatism.
Right.
There's a lot that goes into that, and I understand where that's coming from. I also understand from your own community of feeling like I have to give you something to feel like I'm a part of a community. I can understand that. Where I'm struggling a little bit is how you've put yourself in that limelight so much through your fame and your celebrityism and the fact that you are JoJo Siwa. from my perspective, it felt that you were riding that wave for your own personal fame. This JoJo Siwa that went from who she was to all of a sudden becoming this loud, colorful, giving me Miley Cyrus early energy with these bright colors, this loud and proudness. Good for you. We were celebrating you. Then you started acting a little, okay, girl, calm down a bit. The maturity started to come out a little bit more. And you were all over our community, speaking up, saying some really progressive things. You were just really leaning into it. I understand if you're feeling pressure, but to me, it felt like you were taking advantage of that moment. And that's where I personally am coming from, is that you gave all of this pride and everything. You were just very visible. If you felt pressure and wanted to discover who you were, go do that. We would have, at least from my perspective, we as a community have been like, I'm very proud of you doing your thing. But you then got on a pedestal with it and waved your rainbow flags and screamed, hey, look at me, and got on all these prides, got booked in all this stuff. In my opinion, that's what got you casted on Big Brother to begin with, is the fact that you used this new fame and this new spotlight of your identity and who you are, and taking advantage of that. You are now doing something that's not helpful to our community in a public eye. If you want to have a relationship with this man, that's fine, but don't dodge the subject. It just felt like I'm tossing the dice around, and I could be straight now if I want, or I could be bisexual, or I'm going to be with a man, but it just doesn't portray us in a positive light to people that are not in our community. And I'm just kind of like, we have to do better as a group of people and how we're presenting ourselves in the world.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of that, I mean, because she was so young when she was shot into fame.
Yeah.
Now she's taking care of her family financially. There's a lot of pressure on her shoulders as a teenager, right? Like, I think a lot of it is just developmental years and honestly just not knowing what she wants. Like, she's still young. She's what, 21? She's young, like 21, like barely in her 20s. And so to say at, 17,
I want to be careful when you say what I want, because understanding who you are and your identity and what you're attracted to is something you go through. Knowing what she wants, I don't think that's when it comes to that. I think knowing what she wants, who she is as a person, but I knew that I was gay at 17. I knew I was gay at 20. But for her as a person, I just want to make sure we're making that clear and it doesn't come off as you don't know what you love, boys or girls. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that narrative is also kind of a problem right now as well.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to make sure we're painting that picture.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I'll even leave that in there because that's totally fair. Like, she was in extremely developmental years. She had a lot of pressure on her as a young adult. And I think it's okay for her at 17 to be being like, okay, like what do I like? I am going to explore my sexuality. For her to say, I think it's more fair to say at 17 when you're kind of figuring that out, like what is it that I enjoy?
What does I enjoy?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I think
it's the same as, I prefer to sleep on a soft bed and not a hard bed. Like, you got to figure those things out.
Exactly. And so I think for her to say that she's pansexual at 17, like, okay. And then if she, in a year, she's like, well, maybe I'm more of a lesbian. I guess my point is that maybe, and I think because she's such a big figure for young people, I can understand why the community would be disappointed in her. But also I feel like that's a lot of responsibility to put on the shoulders of somebody whose frontal lobe isn't developed yet. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, she's still
maybe for
figuring
younger
out how to be
people.
an adult. Yeah, I think for younger people, I think that's really fair. It's different when I'm thinking like Demi Lovato, who is in her 30s, is a grown ass person who very well knew what she was saying and what she was doing, versus a 17 or 18-year-old who is still trying to figure out their life. They're the ones that their entire family relies on for money. I just think that's just a lot to put on someone so young. You know what I'm saying?
I just wish the people in her camp would have been more mindful about how riding the wave for her fame, career, like she wasn't acting on her own. Like, you had adults helping you make these decisions that obviously, from my perspective, were going after the money. And I get it. That's your job. That's your career.
Agree.
But it felt like they were latching onto that for that purpose.
Yeah.
I agree. Let her discover who she
fair.
wants to be. Please, go. I want that for you. Everyone in my community should figure that out. But then you all put her on Big Brother and made it this big thing when she starting to now develop whatever relationship that may look like with this other person on the show that was a man cuddling in bed with him. Like, you all put it on television. Now, girl, you also knew that was being filmed, number one. But two, these people in your camp, they're still leaning into that. We're talking about it still. So
And she had a long-term partner going into that show.
Yeah.
Too, which I feel like everyone's kind of glazing over. When I saw that she had officially come out that she was dating this man, it was her boyfriend, I was like, wait, I literally just listened to an interview as she was promoting Big Brother, about to leave to go into the house. And she was like, oh yeah, my partner seems really great with it, super supportive. Like, are we just going to glaze over that?
Yeah.
Like, hello? So I've listened to quite a few interviews with JoJo, and she's a very interesting character. I think that she's someone that had to grow up really, really, really fast. And you can tell in the way that she speaks.
Yeah.
So, I think putting too much on this, it's almost kind of like, yeah, it is that deep, because there are some systemic societal issues with how the LGBTQ community is perceived, that it doesn't shine a great light. But at the same time, it's almost like, let's let this girl just figure her shit out. Like, it's not almost like,
yeah, and I wanted to figure shit out, but now it's not the time. Now it's not the time for our people to be getting perceived like this. Like, things ain't good right now. Like, can we not give the audience that watches Big Brother any more ammunition?
That's fair. Super fair.
Like, girl, come on, do better for us. Go figure your shit out, but get it off TV.
Yeah, maybe like do that in private.
Get it off TV.
Yeah, but she doesn't seem to do anything quietly, so.
And that is probably my bigger issue with it, not figuring your stuff out and exploring who you want to be and how you want to identify. I want that for you. Mm-hmm. Get it off TV.
Yeah.
It's not helping us.
That's super fair. I hear you. I hear that. Holy F balls. Did you hear about the massive fucking data leak between Apple and Google? Get ready for this. Are you ready? Over 16 billion passwords with a capital ass B. This has been I think it's the biggest data leak in history.
What's the details of the leak? Like, who hacked it?
Passwords, login credentials.
Between both companies? Like, I have questions.
Yes. Google and Apple, both. And Facebook. Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of data.
That's a fuck ton of data. That's like everyone's passwords. Do you know what like the sad part is though? Okay, like I see this happening. I saw it. I've read all the articles on it. You know what I still haven't done?
Change your password. So I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a notification that I've been hacked, and I also haven't changed my password.
I'm like,
because here's the thing. Who has the time to go through and you could literally offer me $1 million right now, and I can't even begin to tell you where my username and password is on any system at any time. I probably can give you top 10, but I need like bank accounts and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I cycle everything through the same 3 to 4 passwords depending on the level of security. And then I have one password, like from my previous employer, I had to update my password every 90 fucking days, every 90 days. And I couldn't use the past 10 passwords so I have a number in it, and I would just change the number, and I would cycle through the number. It'd only do 10. By the time I got to 10, it went right back to 0. And it just, who knows? Who remembers? I want you to go log on right now to your Yahoo and tell me what password you used. Yahoo? Bitch, I don't even know her. I haven't been on Yahoo in years. You want me to what? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know where the password is. I don't know where the password is. I don't know where it is located. Fuck if I know.
That, I always like to think like if a hacker gets my stuff, right? I'm hoping that they'd look at it and be like, let's move on. Not worth our time.
What do you want out of me, girl? There ain't not much there.
Yeah, like, trust me, there's better people to hack. Like, I promise you. There are better
if you're going to hack Facebook, start in the Z's, Zuckerberg. Go right there and start with that person, because there ain't nothing. You'll be wasting your time. You're going to run all that effort, and you'll be like, you got $1.380 from me. What are you trying to get?
Yeah. And honestly, let's be real. Even if I did change it, it's going to be the same version of that password with like one different character. Okay. I can't change it to something completely different. I'll forget it. So yeah, honestly, even if I did change them, they would still be able to get in. You need 2 words for me, and then just different versions of that word, and you could probably figure out my entire life.
Yeah, because if I did change it, what's going to happen is the next time I'm going to go in, I'm not going to remember that I changed it or remember what it was. And then I'm going to reset it. And then you know what I'm going to reset it to? To exactly what it was the fucking first time. So now we're back in the same problem where we began with. Because I don't remember it, and I'm resetting it, and I'm now resetting it to what it was. And now we have another data breach problem because I cannot deviate from what it was.
Right.
Take what you're going to take. I got to protect.
I realize we should be concerned about this. Is it so bad that I'm like...
You came at me with concern, but yet you're like...
I know. I'm like, with a B. billion. I'm not going to change my password. Like,
You're going to get what you're going to get. But you know what? You should have done it better at protecting my privacy, even though I don't take it seriously.
I do the whole, like, I don't know. You know how you're supposed to, like, agree to the whole, oh, we've updated our privacy policy. That thing could fucking say, I'm going to give everybody all of your information. And I'm like, oop, agree.
No one reads the terms and conditions. No one.
No.
You check that little box and you're like, I just need to log into Canva. And that's it. That's all it is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of this, like, data stuff in general, I know we got kind of heated about this a couple weeks ago. I'm like, bitch, they have all of my shit. Like, they have it.
I feel like that one's a little different, but yes.
But do you see my point, though? I'm like, I have given access to, honestly, everyone in China probably has my debit card number.
They're listening to you right now.
That's what I'm saying. So don't spend too much.
Eventually, this privileged white girl in Florida is going to give us what we're really looking for. Everybody keep listening.
It would not be hard. I am an open book, unintentionally and intentionally.
Open door policy. Yeah, sure. Come on in. Meanwhile, they're just like signing up for all these credit cards.
Yeah, I'm like, my credit's tanked. Yeah, they're like, remember all those agreements that you signed? Oh, whoops. I know I'm not the only one, though. I know I'm not. So, my goal is that I'm just a little tadpole in a big pond of frogs. No one wants a tadpole. Maybe with these jugs. I can't stop looking at my boobs.
Right now, the basement bobs are going to start following us.
I know. I feel like I should put a pillow over them.
They are a pillow. You look absurd.
I look like an orange cream soda. Okay. They are what they are. It's okay.
They are what they are.
Speaking of boobs, let's talk about Diddy Do It.
How did you get from boobs to Diddy?
What kind of question is that? I feel like that is a direct Diddy. Titties and ditties.
How have I
guess boobs are a little
PG
for Diddy, so that's a fair question, actually.
Titties and ditties. Morgan's gonna love that.
Morgan, we're gonna just use Morgan now as like the baseline for the fan base.
If you're not a Morgan, you're not enough. Morgan and Clara, those are hard to.
Oh gosh, I'm giggly today.
I love it. I needed it.
I'm so giggly.
Okay, so anyway, back to titties and ditties.
Yes, titties and titties. Have you heard that the defense is pretty much like, we don't need more than a day?
Yes,
we're good.
I thought I was reading another fake post. Thought when I opened this and saw it on my screen, I literally went to the account and watched other things because I was like, wait, is this another one of those, oh, this is funny AI stuff that could be, are they serious? Wait, after all that we went through 7 years of all of this crazy testimony, and they're like, we don't need a day. We're not really going to, there's not much of a defense. Defense is resting.
They're not calling anyone to the stand. Did you know that? They're like, we don't need to. They don't think the prosecution has a strong enough case. They're like, we're good. I know. CJ, did I not say in the beginning? I was like, he is going to get off with this because the charges are not matching up with the prosecution.
And I forgot what it was. I also saw that they're asking for dismissal of like a bunch of stuff for the RICO.
Yes. Yes. This man, I'm telling you, somehow, and maybe that's why he was smirking in the fucking courtroom this whole time. He's like, they are very confident, and it makes me very nervous about what this verdict is going to be. The defense is like, we're good. Like, yeah, you painted him as a bad guy, but being a disgusting pervert isn't necessarily against the law. I think they're still going to try and get him for like the trafficking and stuff with Cassie. I think they do have a decent case for that, but it still makes me nervous. If they were worried about that part of the case, don't you think they'd spend more than a day? And don't you think they'd have people up in the stand?
It's wild because one of the things is I forget which one, but there's when Cassie was locked in that hotel and he wouldn't let her out. They're saying that wasn't kidnapping. They're saying with Kid Cudi's car, they're saying that wasn't attempted arson. They're asking for that to be dismissed.
How
is that? You literally, we just proved that you tried to set the guy's car on fire while you were opening up his Christmas presents. How that enough? Where are the charges on that? First of all,
even get him on breaking and entering.
I don't understand. I mean, I have a
concerned.
really crazy conspiracy theory, but
What? What is it? Tell the class.
okay, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but this is kind of, I was joking about
Say
this
it.
with Joey, and we were like, wait. I think they always knew that no matter what happened, it would get dismissed. Because you mean to tell me that Diddy was never on Epstein Island?
Fair. Fair.
There's a
Oh
reason
my
for a
God.
lot of people that list is still not public.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I think that's, oh God, I think that's really fair.
I'm not going to say anything about anything else, but deductive
Because you're
reasoning.
scared
if
they're going to
people-
come for you.
Look, hello. If it works for people that may be able to escape federal charges like this,
Okay. Is there a name you're thinking?
there are several names actually that I'm thinking.
Okay.
I mean, there's one I think that's very obvious for a lot of people, anyone listening, but
Jay-Z?
no, that's one of the ones on the list, but that's not the main one I'm thinking of.
Wait, who are you
People
thinking?
really high up in law and government.
Oh, Trumpy.
I mean,
Well, Elon said that.
I'm just letting you know. He is on the list. I'm sorry. What rock would anyone be living under if you didn't think where there is a lot of fucking smoke, there isn't a fire?
Yeah.
Like,
Sure, a lot of those
girl, the amount of
political
videos
figures.
and photos and everything with those two together, girl, you guys just weren't knitting and talking about TV shows. Like, come on, please. You're a pervert. You've said so many nasty things, and you're a convicted person for sexual abuse. So, no, of course you are. That's why it's not released. But there are definitely people that are really powerful that are on that list overall that
Yeah.
probably. I
Yeah.
think Diddy has a lot of leverage over a lot of people.
I think you're right. But what makes me even more nervous is like, is Cassie going to be scared for her safety? The people on this
A lot of
jury,
people.
are they not shitting themselves? I would be, if I was on that jury, here I am, I'm juror number 8. And I'm like, yeah, we're going to get him. Like, I'm sitting here super unbiased.
And now you're listening to all this shit being
And
said
now
to your face.
I'm listening to
And you're
all
like-
this shit. And now, yeah, exactly. I hear the defense go, we're going to be done by tomorrow. I'm going to be like, I would like to be
Fuck.
dismissed, please. Like, could you imagine being on that jury right now? I would be shitting my pants. I'd be calling whoever and be like, get my family out. Get my family out.
I was on TikTok watching one of these videos where they're saying this, and the very first, we're talking about these charges they want to drop, and the very first comment that had like 60-some thousand likes was, all these people need to be put into witness protection right now.
Seriously. And I know we're joking about it, but hello.
Couldn't be me. All those shit after what I just did, I might have to.
They're not going to see
I'm a
it.
little tadpole
Yeah.
in a pond full
In a
of frogs. You don't want anything to do with me.
Exactly.
I am not a problem.
No.
I don't have a big following. Don't worry. No one heard it.
Diddy is going to throw his normal Labor Day white party, and it's going to be like none of this ever happened. We are going to see everyone at Diddy's white parties. And there are people that I know who have personally been to those parties that I should reach out to and be like, hey, what'd you see?
Maybe wait until after the trial.
See if, how would Diddy know that I'm asking?
Well, he could be listening right now.
Diddy's part of the data leak.
Diddy data leak.
Diddy data leak.
Titties and
We'll
ditties
see.
and datas and leaks.
You know what? Can I say something that bothered me this week?
Always.
And that I think people need to hear, okay? This has nothing to do with anything that we're talking about. It keeps bothering me because it happens all the time. You know the women that are just like, I call them the just you wait women. And it's the women that when other women talk about how happy they are, or like when a pregnant woman's like, oh, I can't wait to have my baby. And then there's another shithead bitch ass woman that's like, just you wait. Just you wait. You think you're tired now? Just you wait. Or if like literally, if I posted a video of Connor and I, and the caption was just basically, oh, you look so happy. And me being like, oh, thanks. It's because I didn't marry a loser. And it got a little viral. And most women are like, great. And like, oh, so happy for you. But then you have the women that are like, just wait. Just wait. All men turn into losers. I'm just like, fuck off. Like, you miserable ass bitch. And the women that try to backtrack, they're like, oh, well, just, like, it's just not always the woman's fault that, her man ended up being, awful XYZ. No, it's not. But it's also like, you knew who he was. I can literally see some of the women.
Maybe you settled for a really, like,
Exactly.
shitty man.
And
There
I'm
are
not
all
trying
men are not losers. Fuck you.
literally. And the profile picture, bitch, I can literally see that white tank top being just magnetically drawn to you. Sorry. Give me a break.
That's a lot of self-esteem issues, and to me it's just people projecting their own insecurities
Yes.
because they settled for something less than they think they deserve, and that was your choice.
Mhm.
But you're now
Right.
projecting your insecurities, saying, oh, just wait. Well,
On
wait for
other
what? Because
women. It's so
you
yucky.
wait for me to not be happy. Well, you want me to wait to not be happy based on your life experience.
Right. Right. And it's even
No.
worse when it's like women are like, for example, if I'm always like, oh gosh, I'm tired, and it's just wait. Wait till you have kids. Just wait. Ugh. You guys need to go to therapy for real.
It's gay people do the same thing. Gay people,
Like,
we have so much
why?
internalized homophobia. It's insane.
It's just crazy. Like, we're all on the same team here. All, we're all fighting for the same shit.
I think people just like to fight sometimes.
I think
They just
people
want to
are
be
just
right.
really
People just
miserable.
really want to be right. They want to be miserable. They want people to be miserable with them, and they want to be the leader of that pack. And that's fine. I don't have to join your club, and you don't have to get mad at me when I don't join your club. That club's not for me.
Like, I don't want to be in your little miserable pot.
Okay, let's do some I need your
Okay.
opinions. This is my favorite. Okay, you go first. You have a question?
Okay. This one's more like a, if this happened, is it bad? Okay. It says, is it bad that it says, is it bad that I faked sleep paralysis on the couch on a group vacation while one of my friends, who's a mom, played a slideshow of her kids?
I just got
Wait,
this
can we
mental-
define sleep paralysis? Does that mean like your eyes can't open? What does that mean?
So when I hear sleep paralysis, it means like, okay, when I go to sleep, like I cannot be woken up. Like I'm dead.
Like
I'm
shaken.
in paralysis. Not shaken, but like, it is going,
I mean,
like you
can't
cannot
be
wake
woken
me up. You
by being
cannot be
shaken,
woken
yeah.
up. You can shake the shit out of me. I am sleep paralysis. I have complete paralysis. I'm gone.
That mom turned on the slideshow and this person went,
That's my mental image in my head. It was like, oh my God, Gina, I have to show you what little Andrea did. Like you look at them and you just pass out, like you fainted, like you literally have, like you're in, like I don't know, you went to some diabetic shock and you just lost it. You're gone, and now I can't shake and wake you. My kid made you die. It's what it seems like. It's crazy.
is it bad?
No, but it's for a great story. I want to know what happened. Did they like try to shake you away? It could be like, Gina, look, you're missing the baby videos. And how long was this slideshow? No, I don't think you were wrong. I probably would have faked it too. Honestly,
Yeah.
no. You know what I would have done? I would have been like, I have to go to the restroom. I'll be right back. And then never come back.
I would have been like, oh my God, are you okay? Are your bowels okay?
I'll see you at dinner. I'm fine. You know, just yeah.
Listen, guys, if you're a parent, okay, and I have friends with kids that I like love dearly, and as much as we love your children, truly, like honestly, we don't want to see a bunch of pictures of them. Maybe like one or two is good, like a little update picture. Love. You know what I would watch? What I love watching kids get hurt. That I would watch. Like if you had a bunch of videos of your children falling like off of the trampoline or like running into a wall or like accidentally getting hit with like a wiffle bat, that's funny. That I would watch.
Okay, I do follow a couple of Instagram accounts that are called Kids Getting Hurt, and it is kind of funny.
Saying like if parents have like this inkling to show their kids, do it in a way that's gonna be entertaining. Collect a bunch of videos of your children falling. People will watch that.
Or like that trend where people posting videos of them throwing a slice of cheese on their baby's face and watching what they would do.
The baby's like, the baby looks like the baby in the
It's so
X-ray.
funny.
It's like, or like when they throw it on like their dog or something too, and the dog's like,
I love kids and I love looking at photos and videos of your kids. I don't need a whole dossier. Your kid went down the slide and it accidentally toppled over. Like, oh,
that's funny.
okay,
Yeah,
it's funny.
that I would watch. But like, I guess a parent, if you've got a slideshow of your kids up there and someone looks like they can't wake up from their sleep, they faking it. And no, I don't think.
Or they have a serious medical condition that we should all take very seriously.
Probably not though. They're probably faking it. You're like the people. It's like when people are like, when you give like a generalized, like, hey, you should go to the gym, and then you have the one person that's like, I don't have two of my legs, and I'm like, okay, well maybe not you.
Oh Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like when
The
people
way
just
you
have this
said
chronic
that!
when people have, like, the chronic uniqueness syndrome. Like, okay, not everything applies to you.
Chronic Uniqueness Syndrome.
It's everyone's like that's what our world suffers from.
CUS. Yeah.
Chronic uniqueness syndrome. It is a real thing, and everyone's suffering from it, and everyone needs to get a grip. And the only medication for that is to touch grass.
I can't. Okay, I have one for you because
Okay.
it sounds like people that are in your age group, so I'm kind of curious.
Okay, let's hear it.
I RSVP'd no to a friend's wedding because it was on my 30th birthday. She said I'm selfish for not choosing her once in a lifetime event over a day I have every year. Do I owe her an apology?
Yes, that's crazy.
Really?
Your birthday. That's coming from someone who loves their fucking birthday. I would never make my friend feel bad about that. Like, you get another one. You could also, people celebrate birthdays like throughout the week. Like, give me a fucking break. Get over yourself. You owe her an apology. Ew.
Really?
Ugh, may that friendship never find me.
Okay, maybe
What do
I
you
think that
think?
there's more to it. So it doesn't say best friend. If it's somebody that like I'm relative, like for you, it would be different. If for Tyler, it would be different. But for somebody who I worked with, who I was really close to at the time, but we haven't talked, but maybe once or twice a year for the last several years, that's different. I'm still friends with you,
Yeah,
but
but
I'm not in a relationship. And maybe it's because now where I am in my life, I'm 40. Like my next big milestone birthday is 50. I'm into the age where if you're getting married in your 40s and 50s, I'm sure it's great. Probably not your first one. I'm going to do my big 50th, probably choose that over going to a small wedding if I'm not that close to you. If it's somebody like a
well,
Tyler
yeah,
or
but it
someone I'm
sounds
really
like they're
close to,
close.
yes.
If they're arguing over this, or if they're
I
like,
mean, that's fair.
because if you're not that close, you're just gonna RSVP no and call it a day. You don't
That's
say
fair.
why.
That's
But
fair.
if you felt like you owed this person an explanation, you obviously have a relationship with them, and yeah,
Okay, that's
for
fair.
you know what I'm saying. If it's a friend, yeah, it's a little crazy. You can celebrate your birthday at their wedding. Like, who fucking cares? Get over yourself. Because yeah, it's different when it's an acquaintanceship. But in that case, I've never given them a reason why I can't go to their wedding. I just RSVP now and I send money.
Okay, I mean that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings on it because at the end of the day, it's also my life. Like I'm gonna do what I want to do,
Yeah.
and there could be other
Does it
extreme
make
things.
it
If
less
it's the only
shitty?
reason you're not going, yeah, maybe then you make your choices. But
Yeah. If you have a trip that you've been planning for a year, okay, that's different. But it's, oh, I have my birthday dinner.
she's just not gonna go. She's not doing anything. I don't have any plans, but it's just my 30th birthday. And I'm
Right. That's kind of like what this seems like. But if it's your friend and you've known about this wedding for a year,
yeah, I have mixed emotions on it. I'm also not somebody that likes RSVPing to weddings. Like I get invited to a lot of weddings, and I'm just at the age now where I'm like, I'll send
oh
you
my
a
God,
gift.
you're so popular. Everyone's like,
I'm not
RSVP at my
popular.
wedding.
I'm just people like me. I can't help that.
You literally just, I get invited to every wedding.
That's not what I
Everyone
said.
wants me at their
I
wedding.
didn't say every wedding. I didn't say that. But I'm a lot of fun to be around, and a lot of people are like, you should come.
Your mouth got bigger than the microphone. A lot of weddings.
I'm just saying that people enjoy the pleasure of my company, and they want me to witness very happy things in their
I get
life.
it.
And I'm very, very excited for you. But
I'm one of
I
those
cannot
people.
be everywhere. I'm very busy.
Yeah, you literally.
Assassin's Creed
You're
does
like-
not play itself. I'm just saying.
You're like, what did we do Saturday? Everyone took naps.
I can tell you what I didn't do. I didn't go to a wedding and sit my entire Saturday watching someone else's happy day, eating bland hotel food and spending money on an outfit that I probably would have bought for a different occasion and enjoyed a lot more.
I like a wedding. It's free food. You get free drinks. If it's not open bar, yeah, go to your birthday.
I have been to a wedding that it was a cash bar, and I was like, no, I'm not staying for
I've
this.
never been to a cash bar wedding. Maybe that's also intentional. People that have like don't drink do that, and it's like, okay, yeah, and it's like, okay, I get you don't drink or you have an alcohol problem, but not everyone else does.
Yeah. If your wedding is that big that you need to invite someone like me and you have a cash bar, you probably shouldn't have their wedding that big. You need to have a cash bar for certain reasons, for financial reasons, if I totally understand that. But then your wedding should also be small enough that the people that are there already understand that.
Right. Like a dinner. Like go to dinner.
Like a dinner.
Anyway, yeah, you're crazy.
Good luck, girl.
We're doing 3 today.
Yeah, we're gonna do 3 today because I got another one that I thought was like really, really good, and I want to hear your thoughts on.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Last one.
Mm-hmm.
My sister keeps asking me to babysit her kids for free. So last time I Venmo requested her for $200 after watching her kids. She now won't talk to me. Do you think I'm being unreasonable?
$200 for how many hours? I'll watch your sister's kids. That's a lot of money. How many kids are there?
She says kids, so at least
Did she
2.
say multiple, plural?
Yeah. So what do you think? Just based on the information, what would you say?
Based just based
Is she
on the
being unreasonable?
information? Yes. Yeah, that's your family.
Okay, what makes it unreasonable?
I guess I need more information. I'm assuming it kind of seems like you're fed up with watching her kids, so maybe she just dumps them on you a lot, which, okay. But that doesn't seem like a Venmo request kind of thing. That seems like a sit down and maybe see why your sister doesn't want to spend time with her kids. That seems like a conversation, not a, hey, I need you to pay me for my time kind of thing.
See, I imagined it different in my head.
How did you imagine it?
It wasn't that she didn't want to spend time with her kids. It was anytime she needed someone to watch the kids, she just goes straight to the sister and expects her to watch them. She's going to say, yes, it's fine.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, draw a boundary. Don't ask your sister for money. She's got kids. Trust me, she probably doesn't have like bank. She's got a million kids. So don't Venmo request her money. Otherwise, she would be going to a babysitter.
Would she?
I don't know. I don't have siblings, but like, okay, I'm trying to imagine this if you lived next to me. Like if you lived close and I had a baby. I don't know. I'm even weird about, I wouldn't even just ask mom and dad to watch Hutch all the time because I feel bad. So I just wouldn't do that.
I would rather pay to put Murphy in daycare because I can then make it feel like I'm inconveniencing other people. But as I've gone through my life and what I've realized, a lot of people don't think that way. So I know somebody that'll happen to do it for free. Oh, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to give it to them. She'll do it. She'll do it. Yeah. You didn't ask me. You just did it.
Yeah. And I guess maybe if over time you're like, hey, like this is a bit too much, or like I'm having to take off work in order to watch your kids. Those are, I just think a Venmo request to your sister to watch your nieces and nephews is a little cuckoo town. A little cuckoo town.
I think it's cuckoo town only if you've been doing it for a while. You've never brought it up. It's never been an issue or anything. And then all of a sudden you're getting frustrated with always having to do it. And then you just send it to her. But I don't think it's cuckoo town. If you said to her like, hey, look, I kind of feel like I'm always watching your kids, and you know, we talked about maybe could you put them in daycare, or do you have a babysitter, a regular babysitter? Can you having a conversation about why you wire, whatever the case may be, and what that boundary is, or agreeing, saying I'll do it a certain amount of time, or when I'm doing this, or whatever the case is, like your sister feels, if you feel taken advantage of. If there's been conversations and be like, no, now I'm making no point. But I think there's a scale here of reasonability based on the situation. Yeah. Based on what I know, I don't think you're being unreasonable of trying to make a statement. Like, I would be somebody that would just do that to, like, spark a conversation. Like, bitch, why did you just send me an invoice for $200 for watching your niece and nephew? Because you always up in my house thinking I run kindergarten for you. Let's talk about it.
If it's a joke, maybe, or if your sister's like, hey, take them to the aquarium, and you're spending your own money to like take them places, like
absolutely not. I agree with that.
That makes sense too. Like,
if I'm feeding your kids all the time, spending money to take them places, and you're not like,
like that's one thing.
No,
you know, so that I get. But if it's just for like bringing them over to your house and it's just your time, also $200 again, like that's a lot of money.
Do you know how much childcare is? Childcare is expensive, girl.
I know, but so I don't know. I can't imagine if you dropped off your child to me and it was still, even if I felt it was too much, I would never in a million years Venmo request you ever. That's crazy.
Would you feel that way if I just kept randomly showing up at your door and leaving my kids with you? Hey, I got to go somewhere for the next few hours. Can you just watch them?
It's just hard for me to imagine because you wouldn't do that because you're a normal person. So it's like
rest my case.
I think it's just, I guess we're coming from normal brains. It seems like your family doesn't have a normal brain. So I don't know how to help.
I mean, maybe we don't feel like that.
I feel like that this is crazy on both ends.
Yeah. Talk to your sister. Be like, look, we need to talk about setting some boundaries, expectations, and letting you know what I'm willing to do and what I'm willing to not do. And then coming to a common ground. And if she still feels like you owe her something, well, then that's a different conversation because these are not my children. I don't owe you anything for you having kids and you expecting me to take care of them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like when people get a dog and the roommate's like, hey, I'm not going to take care of the dog. Kids are the same way.
You had children and I love them, but they're not my children.
Right. I feel like all these people are really crazy today. Like I can't relate to any of you psychopaths.
We're not crazy. Our life is completely normal.
Right. It's really hard to give advice to, it's hard to give sane advice to people who are a little insane.
I mean, we're all a little insane. Joe would be the first one to tell you, I can out crazy anybody. I'm crazy.
But people lack a lot of
awareness,
common sense, and like situational awareness.
Common sense.
You know?
That's so funny you say that. I've had people ask me, like, what do you think your most toxic trait is? I already know my most toxic trait is...
Yeah, what is it?
Having self-awareness and common sense and expecting other people to do the same and then getting upset when they don't. That's my toxic trait.
Yeah, that's fair. Like getting mad when they don't people don't think the same way you do. Okay, but like the problem
Turn your
is,
signal on when you turn.
I just think that's common sense though. That's not
Correct.
like you having a toxic trait. It's other people just not living up to life.
But my
par.
toxic
There is a
is
par
getting
in life.
mad, but I get mad at other people that
Well, because
don't
it's
have
irritating.
common sense. That's
Like,
my toxic trait.
When the bar is here and people just can't get there, it's really fucking frustrating. And
that's
this
my
bar
toxic trait.
is low. The bar is low. The problem is the
trait.
bar is the bar is low. So yeah, I totally agree with you. But like, I don't see that as a toxic trait. I think it's just because you're a normal functioning human being, and it's frustrating when people don't function as a human being.
And when I get frustrated at you for not functioning like a normal human being, then it's toxic to you because I'm frustrated at you. So that's my toxic trait.
Yeah. What's my toxic trait?
We're at the end of the show, girl. That's another segment.
I was gonna say I could list quite a few.
Well, we'll let you go first, and then I'll get Murphy up here. She'll do hers, and then Moby will give his, and then I'll go.
No, I'm gonna be like, here's my list, and you go.
I get sleep paralysis.
You get sleep paralysis.
And then I send you a Venmo for $200 because you
for wasting your time. I'm gonna start doing that when people waste my time. I'm just gonna start Venmo requesting them.
I want my time back.
And it's just the emoji is just gonna be a clock.
I'm gonna start doing sleep paralysis. People are just gonna be mid conversation with me. I'm just gonna go just fall asleep, and then you can't wake me up. Oh, sorry, I have sleep paralysis. What is it when you fall asleep? Narcolepsy. I have narcolepsy. Really.
Narcolepsy. I have narcoleptic sleep paralysis.
It falls asleep and it cannot be woken up.
You got me cracking up today. My ribs hurt.
Good. Laughter.
Do you think people think
medicine.
we're as funny as we think we are?
Yes. I get told all the time I'm hilarious. Yes, I do.
Go, yes.
I do. People tell me all the time I'm really fucking funny.
I do think you're really funny. I very much agree. I think you're funny. My
You
problem
know who
is I'm
else is
funny
really
when I'm
fucking
not trying
funny?
to be.
Joey. Joey is so
Joey
funny.
is funny.
I am trying to convince him that he needs to take stand-up comedy lessons. He needs to
Wait,
go to
really?
the comedy store or something. Yes, he's such a great storyteller of something
Yeah.
that happened to him.
I think Joey's hysterical.
The way that you make fun of your friends and he does these voices, I was like, this is so funny. Write that down. You need to write that down right now. That's fucking funny. Because it's stuff that anybody can relate to. Joey needs to do stand-up comedy. Everybody,
Joey
write in the
is funny.
comments, Joey needs to do stand-up comedy. He's fucking funny.
He really is. We should have Joey like on for to talk about like Bravo stuff one time.
Like we should do, bring other people on to do I Need Your Opinions and hear their opinions
Yeah.
as well. Like people
That's a
that
good
we
idea.
talk about all the time. Let's introduce
Yeah.
them. And like, Joe, we're going to do
Oh
some
my
I Need
God.
Your Opinion.
I can't allow Connor on here. We'll get canceled. But
It's
he would
funny.
be funny. But he would get us canceled. I'd have to have a sit down with him. Like, okay, you have to be careful.
Good thing
about
we
what you
edit.
say.
I mean, honestly, I would have the same thing to Joey as well.
Listen, okay. Here's the thing about stereotypes. All right, they're funny because they're true in a lot of circumstances.
I dated somebody who used to say all the time, he goes, stereotypes are just time savers. I was like, that's so fucked up.
Listen, the stereotypes about me as like a blonde white girl, honestly, all of them are pretty much true. I can't even get upset. Okay.
Name it. What stereotype?
Name them. Name them.
Name them. What are my flaws, Gina? Tell me.
We don't have to.
Now you falling asleep. That was amazing.
I'm going to start when I don't want to answer
She
a
said-
question.
We don't have. Oh, that was brilliant. Well played.
We're so funny today.
We are so funny today. I needed this. This was good.
We need to end this. Me and my titties need to say goodbye.
The way you're shaking them. Oh my god.
Well, they're like literally sitting in the pocket of my top. So
Maybe this episode will get us more YouTube views because everyone going to stare at your
Maybe.
titties for all the basement bobs figuring it out. Anyway, today was so much fun. Needed this episode 11, giving me the
Yes.
2 1s. All right, loves, hugs, and kisses. Thanks, everybody.
bye, guys. See you
Bye.
next week.